What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to a week of Hero or Zero. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking one comic book character, as we do every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points, and we just generally give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Meehan. Shaun, how is it going?
I'm good. I realised that while you were doing that intro, I had my face pressed against the microphone, just breathing into it. So I'm going to have to mute that shit in the edit.
Why? Was it just a sadness? It reminds me of the part in the movie when the guy is having a shower and he just has his hand up against the wall.
His hand up,
the wall
yeah.
is just hitting his back.
And it's the start of I Am Legend. Or no, the other Will Smith one, I, Robot. That one. That's what I'm doing with my microphone. Lot of eyes
for Big Will.
At least 2 on his face.
At least two with his movie discography as well.
Oh, a discography, Jesus. How are you doing, Connor?
I'm doing quite well. So this week, Shaun, for Hero Zero, because last week you were talking all sorts of just nonsense.
Yeah.
About Marvel stuff, about cosmic bullshit I did not understand. I'm not smart enough to figure it out.
Glad you said it.
This week I decided to go back to some sort of basics, but also I'm kind of lying because this is also kind of a bit fucking weird. But,
okay, so all of that intro there just meant nothing then.
Do any of my words mean anything, Shaun?
They do to me sometimes.
So, I am going to, this week, be discussing a character otherwise known as Jericho, Shaun.
Jericho.
Mr. Joseph Wilson.
Is this a relation of Slade Wilson by any chance?
This is Slade Wilson's son.
Oh,
correct,
okay.
Shaun.
Let's do this.
Jericho, and a few months ago I did Rose Wilson, who is Slade Wilson's daughter. Slade Wilson, of course, being Slade Wilson, the Terminator. The Deathstroke, otherwise known as. He's a pretty bad guy. He likes murdering people, but he also likes women. And we've done a Hero Zero on Deathstroke, and he's had a few children along the way, and they have not turned out very balanced.
No,
is the
they've
word
not
I would
been
use.
the most well-adjusted people we've ever had on the show.
I will say that Joseph Wilson, or Jericho, he does start off as the most balanced, and then quickly veers into fucking crazy.
Okay, well at least he got a good few years there.
Yeah, now Jericho's creation is really interesting because Marv Wolfman and George Perez, who were writing the Teen Titans at this time, they were trying so hard to not allow the Teen Titans be just like the Justice League. And because at this point it was just kind of Justice League light.
Right.
And how they did to overcome this was they just came up with completely new characters. It wasn't characters anyone had seen before, but it was just new sidekicks or new kids with superpowers. Because they felt, to differentiate themselves, we just have a completely new roster who's not connected to anybody else.
Okay, so don't bring any baggage or backstory with them. They're just new characters.
So they have Robin and they have Nightwing, but then you also get Starfire and you have Raven. You have all these cool characters being created at this time. But one of the characters they created was Jericho. Now, of course, he is linked to Slade Wilson, but Slade Wilson is the Teen Titans' big bad. So this was a way to bring it all together.
Right, okay. Yes, it was... He often popped up in the original Teen Titans show, didn't he, Slade? He was the main overarching bad guy.
Deathstroke is kind of Nightwing's Joker. The two of them are always... but
what you've just done there, you created a sentence that no one who knows anything, no one who doesn't know about comics would understand.
Deathstroke is Nightwing's Joker.
That's a nonsense sentence to my grandparents.
We just do this. People like to listen to us talk this stuff. I don't know.
It's weird. It's fun.
Words are weird. So we have done Slade Wilson before, but I will briefly go over it now. So Slade, of course, he was in the army, and he met Adeline Kane Wilson. And they were in the army together, and Adeline fell madly in love with Mr. Slade. He was a lovely man. He was a bit of a character. A bit of, he was just a laugh-a-minute kind of guy.
He was an absolute legend, like.
If I remember correctly, she fell in love with him because he was such a killer. So, she's not so sane herself.
No, great role models for the two coming children.
So, as Slade was called into service, Adeline gave birth to a son, Grant. And Slade continued on active duty and volunteered for a medical experiment in resisting truth serums. The experiment had an unforeseen side effect, as it gave Slade enhanced strength and heightened reflexes. Shortly after this, Mr. Joseph Wilson was then born. So they now have two children. One is Grant and one is Joseph. The one we're going to be concentrating on is Joseph. So Slade soon gets discharged from the army. I'm going to very briefly go over this. He gets discharged from the army. They all think he's going hunting, but in fact he's become the world's greatest mercenary. So,
true. He hangs out on an island with the Green Arrow.
He does. He has a New Zealand accent. It's very weird.
His costume is very low budget.
It is quite low budget, but that's a great season. It's the best season of the show.
Oh, absolutely it is.
On one of his assignments, Slade assassinated a colonel from the country of Clarke. The president from Clarke sent a terrorist known as the Jackal to find Slade. So Slade kills this one colonel, and the president is like, I'm not having that. He sends a terrorist to go damage Slade.
Damage him. That's the word I use. Was do him some damage.
We're gonna host a party for him. But by party I mean we're gonna absolutely kick the shit out of him and kill him.
This man will die.
Yeah, so to gain leverage, the Jackal kidnapped a young Joseph Wilson, who is, of course, Jericho. This forced Slade to admit to Adeline that he was secretly the mercenary known as Deathstroke. He's like, look, I know we're going through a lot right now, but I also have a mercenary business on the side.
I feel this is the best time to reveal this.
You're very stressed as it is. We can't make the day worse. Our child has been kidnapped.
The only thing I can become in this situation is more of a hero.
The only way is up. Also, I cheated on you. Look, I know this is also not the right time. So, Adeline and Deathstroke together confronted the Jackal in an alleyway. Slade refused to give the Jackal the information he requested because it would violate his professional code of ethics. Slade gambled that he could react fast enough to save his son.
Oh fuck, I don't like that word, gambled.
He rolled 2 2s. It was not good. He gambled on it and he thought, I'm pretty class. Like, I'm a pretty cool dude. I think I can make that distance before any harm comes to me.
He's like a mile and a half away.
He's shouting across the road, I'm coming for you, son! He saved Joseph's life, but not before one of the Jackal's men had begun to slit his throat. Joseph was now a mute, and Jericho is a complete mute in the comic books. Slade always needed to be the best, but now his own son suffered for his monumental ego.
Oh fuck, okay. And so what we've got there is, in one fell swoop, we've got the tragic backstory and the main source of conflict.
Indeed, it's very well written. And also, very interestingly, is that Jericho, he is a mute throughout most of his major, like his first run. And more interestingly is that he doesn't have thought bubbles either. So it was all down to the illustrator to let us know how he was feeling in any given situation. We never knew what he thought, and we obviously never heard him. So it was literally just body movements in the comic books told you what Jericho was thinking at any given moment.
That's super interesting. That's that's such a challenge that they set for themselves right out of the gate, and they must have really had confidence in the whole story.
Yeah, I think George Perez even said they made him do that. So Marv Wolfman was drawing it, and they basically made Marv Wolfman try and convey Jericho's personality through body language and facial expressions and subtle nuances. And so, it was a massive gamble. I don't think they would have taken at the start of the series, but at this point, Teen Titans in the mid-80s is the most popular comic book in the world.
Okay. So they were fairly confident that readers would latch onto this.
Yeah, because like it was the most popular comic book and they were kind of on a roll. And they were like, fuck it, let's do something mental. Let's create this character that he doesn't even have any words ever. Nobody knows what he's ever thinking. We just have to figure out a way to convey how he feels at all times anyway.
That's great. I really like that. Would you think they'd do that now?
I think they would, but I don't know if it would have such an impact. Because Jericho, of course, came first.
Yeah, fair, yeah. That it's not as shocking the second time it's done.
No. And so after this, of course, Jericho or Joseph, he's a mute completely. And Adeline, she's not too happy with hubby. Now, she's kind of looking at him going, you were at least 3 miles away from that man. You were actually talking to him on a fucking mobile phone.
You were driving away, Slade.
You were driving away and you said, you're coming in through a hot air balloon. And you said, I'll get there in time.
I have this, don't worry.
Slade, we're not even over the town yet. I'm getting there.
We're still in passport control.
So she's furious at Slade's betrayal and the risking of her son's life. And she confronts Slade at gunpoint, and this is where it happens, where she shoots his right eye. And that is why Deathstroke always has the eye patch on his face. But she very quickly says, I'm taking Joseph and we're leaving. And
You're clearly a danger.
You're clearly a fucking maniac. So she raised her 2 sons by herself. Now, Grant followed in his father's footsteps and he attended military school. But Joseph was actually quite different from his brother and his father. He was a kind and gentle soul who flourished in the arts. Ooh. Joseph was both a talented artist and musician. And Adeline nurtured this side of Joseph, and he grew up to be a fine young man under her care.
Jez, nothing bad could ever happen to Joseph, could it?
It's all going well. When you hear what happens.
Oh, no.
When Joseph was young, his powers unexpectedly manifested when his young friend was in danger. Now, you don't know what Jericho's powers are, do you?
I don't, actually. I just figured there'd be some element of what Slade can do, that he's, like, durable and stuff.
No, to save the boy's life, Joseph possessed his body they locked eyes.
What?
Yes. Unknown to his parents, Joseph's DNA had been altered due to the biological experimentation that was done on his father. He was gifted with the power to possess others through eye contact. Initially traumatized by the experience, Joseph's powers would lay dormant until his late teens.
Jesus. That's such a vast difference, though, than what Slade's powers are.
I think it was a cool character, and they were just like, look, he's just genetically better, and somehow it's in the DNA.
Yeah, it's like, this is what happened to him, it's fine.
Yeah. Adeline established her own organisation called Searchers Inc. at this stage. And as he grew older, Joseph worked closely with his mother, apparently receiving combat training and tactical fighting manoeuvres from her as well. So, on a mission for the US government, Joseph and his mother separated briefly for a sign of... they separated because they were, like, undercover. Because Searchers Inc. was an espionage services for a number of clients. And so they're both undercover on this mission. Joseph spotted his mother in danger from an assassin she did not see. Joseph wanted to scream, but of course he couldn't. So the assassin laughed and prepared to fire at his mother. Joseph intensely stared at him across the room, desperately wanting to stop him. It was at this point that his mutant power manifested for the first time since childhood. Joseph felt his body separate and enter into the assassin, controlling the man's motor skills.
So could he talk through the assassin?
Yes, he had the power to take possession of any humanoid being he can make eye contact with. Once inside, Jericho takes possession of his target's voluntary motor functions for his own use, attaining full physical control of the body. Attaining full physical control if the body is unconscious. In addition, if the host is unconscious while Jericho is in control, he can speak through the host's body, but only with that person's accent and vocabulary, and easily control the body physically.
That's insane. I like how the boundary they set there, that it's just their voluntary functions. He can't just stop someone from breathing, like.
No, it's just he can move them, but he as you said, he can't just kill them. He can't just go one person to one person and just kill them straight away.
That's really cool. I did not expect this.
No, it's very, very cool. And so this all brings us on to a certain comic book run called The Judas Contract. Shaun, now this is one of the Teen Titans' most famous stories that I'm not going to get into here, but I'm going to concentrate on where Jericho comes into it. If you haven't seen it, The Judas Contract is an animated movie, if you want to watch that. But if you want to do it the old classic way, there's a series of comics you can read. It's really famous.
Really?
Yeah! It comes from comic books.
Okay, fair enough. It sounds weird, but I'll try it.
Deathstroke is Nightwing's Joker. It's all comic books.
Oh, I'm back on board.
Shortly after, during the Judas Contract, Adlin discovered the Terminator's latest activities involving the Titans. With the help of Terra, who had turned on the Titans, Slade had finally fulfilled the Hive contract to deliver the Titans into their hands. Adlin and Joseph surveyed Slade's activities and approached Nightwing. They basically know he's going to fucking try and kill them.
Fair.
And they approached Nightwing, offering to help rescue the captured Titans. At this time, Joseph first adopted the name Jericho and fashioned a costume for himself. Nightwing and Jericho successfully freed the kidnapped Titans and brought Slade Wilson to justice. So he's come up against his dad with Nightwing and they've both won. So for Deathstroke, that's weird because it's his actual son and it's his, like, the hero he hates the most, who both take him down.
It's his, like, adopted son that hates him.
Basically, yes.
That's got to be a pretty crushing defeat. And how does Jericho feel about all of this?
He's very much like, he doesn't like his dad in any way, of course, because like the reason he's mute is because of his dad. Adlin was quite pleased with herself as well. It appears she wanted Joseph to become a member of this team of young adults from the beginning. So she has been training him up since he was basically very young, since she got rid of Slade, to be like, he's going to be nothing like you. He's actually going to join a superhero team.
He's going to be your exact opposite. Yeah.
It took a while, obviously, before the Titans fully trusted Joseph, because, I mean, he's the son of Slade Wilson.
Fair enough,
and they had just been betrayed by Terra, so they were kind of on edge. But after a while, they finally accepted him in and offered him full membership to the team. Joseph was a caring and sensitive individual who reached out to anyone in need. He found a sad quality in Raven, who of course is a very sad character. She's always very, just, I don't know.
She's always moaning.
Moaning. I wanted to make it, like, sound exciting, but yeah, she's moaning. Oh, my dad's a demon. Get over it, mate. Right, we've all been there.
You're not special.
My dad's a demon trying to kill me. Well, get over it, right? So he found a sad quality in Raven and sought to ease her troubled spirits. And so they would have this moment where, like, he would try and help her through, like, all the bad spirits inside her. Like, he would take over her and just try and, like, control them.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't able to do that. So, unfortunately, some months later, Jericho was possessed by the souls of Azarat. Now tainted by the essence of the demon Trigon, Raven's father.
Oh no, it's all a father-child story with this guy.
Yeah, so what happened was Trigon, who is Raven's dad, and he's always like the big bad. He's the big bad of oh no, I'm forgetting the TV series. What's it called?
Sorry, you're forgetting the name of the
Titans.
TV.
Titans.
It's half of the name of the team. It's.
Yeah, but my conscience tried to block that show out, that I'd ever seen it.
You said you loved that show,
like,
and it's your favourite.
I said at least 4 episodes are good. They had a run of a while, but 4 of them were good.
Oh, when Ian Glenn is Batman, correct.
Don't get me started on Ian Glenn being Batman. He's like 57. Maybe Alfred, maybe. But okay.
I'll give him Alfred.
So, yeah, Trigon, he had taken over Raven's body. And he had also taken over, like, a lot of the power. So Jericho gets possessed by break-offs of, like, Trigon.
Right.
And unable to possess Raven herself, the souls entered Jericho. And they were weak at first, but they gained strength with time and eventually merged with him. So he now has loads of, like, demon souls inside of him.
Okay, and presumably he has no problem controlling all these demons, and they're able to save the day together immediately.
Well, he was so nice. He was so nice.
He's such a friendly boy. Painted some pictures together.
The souls now needed individual vessels to survive, and Jericho sought to acquire superhuman ones for them, taking over the Wildebeest Society and using them to abduct current and former Titans to act as vessels. Jericho has now gone bad.
Oh, he's become like his father.
Well, to be fair, he did have to get taken over by a demon to turn evil, so
I wouldn't let it happen to me.
I'd say no, Trigon. No.
Has anyone just tried telling him no?
No means no. That goes for you too, Trigon. Just don't fucking forget that. So Jericho also got new powers. And he got a powerful Lion Soul self and a healing ability that repaired his throat and allowed him to speak again.
Oh, okay.
Now, it is healed by, like, demon power, so, I mean, is it really worth it?
That's it. He can only speak falsehoods, basically.
Yeah. Answer my riddles 3, he says. Nightwing and Troya, accompanied by some new allies, including Slade, found and confronted him. During the battle, the real Jericho resurfaced, and he begged Deathstroke, his dad, to kill him. There was no help for him. He doesn't want to
cause harm to anyone, is it?
Yeah, because he's like, you have to kill me. Like, they're too strong and I can't control them.
Oh, man. And sorry, did they bring Deathstroke in, like, just to be like, hey, it's your son. Are you going to do anything about it?
Yeah, your son's going to destroy the whole world if we just let him control, like, all these demons.
Right, okay. And does Deathstroke kill him?
Shaun, Deathstroke kills him.
Oh.
There was no help, and to spare his son any more suffering, Deathstroke put a sword through his chest.
Okay, well, he could have done it in a... I don't think he'd immediately die from the sword.
He set up a saw-style trap, and he said, look, get out of this one, dickhead.
He got a big anvil and he put it on a rope.
Years later, Deathstroke discovered the spirit of his son Jericho had actually survived and taken refuge deep inside his body, because comic books, nobody's actually ever dead.
No, even when you see a body, even when you see them get stabbed through the chest.
Yeah. Deathstroke attempted to exorcise his son from him, which is a sentence nobody should ever have to say.
Well, he was trying to get him to do some laps, lift a few weights.
But was quickly overpowered by the spirit of Jericho. Jericho murdered Slade's faithful manservant Wintergreen and embarked on a hunt for the newly formed Teen Titans. So he's gotten full evil now.
Okay, and is he in... is he still ghost form at this point?
No, he's in Deathstroke's body.
Right, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Jericho confuses the new team when he confronts them as Deathstroke. So, like, he just turns up as Deathstroke and they're like, oh my god, it's Deathstroke. But he's, like, saying really weird shit.
It's like, no, I'm Jericho, your friend, but also evil. So maybe just be afraid anyway.
I also don't like you. In a different way.
Not as a friend.
So during the battle, Jericho revealed himself to the Titans, and he body jumped from Titan to Titan, until his corrupted spirit was absorbed by Raven. During a battle with Brother Blood, Jericho's damaged spirit was taken from Raven and transferred into a computer file by Cyborg.
Oh, he's still alive somehow.
So look, they have to bring him back, and so they have to get the evil out of him, so they put it into Raven. She takes his soul. And then Brother Blood takes his soul back out of Raven, and Cyborg takes his soul and puts it on a floppy disk.
Right, a floppy disk.
No, it's not a floppy disk. I just said floppy disk.
Surely it's an SD card at that point.
No. It's a really small... It's a PS2 memory card. He's only 8 megabytes. After that, we've lost his legs.
You put him into the PS2, there's a little picture of Jericho there.
Deathstroke later hired the metahuman known as Bombshell to infiltrate the Teen Titans and retrieve the Jericho computer disk. Because he's like, there's a fucking floppy disk with his name on it, go get it. Bombshell stole the Jericho disk, only to have it stolen back from her by Raven. And Raven successfully brought Jericho back by using one of Brother Blood's resurrection rituals, cleansing him of any evil influence. At this time, Jericho rejoined the Teen Titans and met his sister, Rose, for the first time. He obtained a new body, and the new body's vocal cords were undamaged.
Oh, great! With the whole undamaging the vocal cords thing, is that just a way for the writers to not, or like for them to be able to not have to draw as detailed facial expressions for this dude?
Maybe. I think it was a case of like, it was cool for the first few years, and then after that it's like, well, we have to bring him back somehow. I don't want to go through all of that. We have a lot on our plate already. Yeah,
it's like now we're just limiting stories by doing it.
So while Jericho's soul was restored, Shaun, his psyche was another matter altogether, as you would expect.
Oh, I didn't expect it, actually.
After years of melding with individuals, many of them very deranged, Jericho's mind began to fracture. Under this psychosis, Jericho attempted to assassinate the presidential candidates in a series of suicide bombs.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. I think it was the 2008 presidential candidates as well. Once the Justice League exposed Jericho and prevented his mad scheme, the once gentle hero planned a bizarre death trap for his former friends, the Titans and Teen Titans. He tried to kill all the Titans with a bomb, but then he failed again when they caught him.
Ah, classic. This is why your father stabbed you through the chest.
Oh, it gets worse, Shaun, because meanwhile, while all this is going on, the mysterious, a guy called Vigilante, he's a vigilante.
Named Vigilante.
He was hired by one Deathstroke. And the mysterious new vigilante hunted Jericho, intending to kill him for his crimes. After promising Rose Wilson that he would spare Jericho's life, so Rose Wilson is like, no, seriously, he's a good person, he's my brother, don't kill him, I've just met him. Vigilante stopped the threat without resorting to murder. Shaun, he didn't murder him. It's all good.
I feel like there's a lot of ground between not doing something to someone and murder.
He cut out both of Jericho's eyes.
Yeah, fucking knew it. You can have nothing.
Did not see that coming, I don't think.
No, oh, very good. Certainly won't see it the second time.
No. He cut out both of Jericho's eyes. He's like, I didn't kill him. Unable to make eye contact, this left young Joseph Wilson powerless, as he could no longer transfer from body to body. Tragically, this did nothing to cure Jericho's deep psychosis, leaving the once hero in a world of utter darkness and absolutely insane.
Connor, please tell me you're going to deliver another story about how he was on the mend and how he threw out all of his old ways and now he's happy now. You can't leave a report there.
No, I would not leave a report there because he did come back, because they're not going to do that to poor Jericho. He's such a nice boy.
He was.
Jericho vanishes for a time, as you would if you had no eyes. A lot of stuff would vanish. Out of sight while Deathstroke runs the Titans. So Deathstroke is like, he takes over the Titans for a while and he's like doing evil shit. But it turns out it's all for him. Deathstroke, along with Dr. Savannah, has been building a device called Methuselah that can rejuvenate human tissue in order to heal Jericho's body, just like Deathstroke has.
Ah, okay. And could it fix Deathstroke's eye?
I don't think it's ever used on Deathstroke. I think Deathstroke's thing is like, he just doesn't want the eye. He's fine with it.
Oh yeah, you said this to me, that he fights better without it at this point.
Yeah. As it turns out, the device not only heals Jericho, giving him his eyes back, but makes his cells self-renewing.
Oh, like his father.
Yes! Because Deathstroke, he in the end, they all turned out like their daddy. So, after learning of all the crimes his father has committed in order to save his life, so Jericho comes back and is like, I killed 50 people, but you're here!
So, because Deathstroke's effectively immortal, so he's cursed his son with immortality as well.
Now they can live together forever.
They hate each other.
They do. So he finds out Deathstroke kills loads of people, and Jericho is overcome with guilt, as he would be. He then possesses Deathstroke and tells him that he intends to destroy the Methuselah, as well as end both of their lives. In a case of, like, we're both not living forever, as you just said.
Yeah, and did Deathstroke not think as soon as he got his eyes back he'd use his powers on him?
I don't think he did. I think he'd be like, I got your eyes back, and I got your voice fixed. We cool? Are we cool?
We're all even now, right?
I think that's the same. I jumped from that hot air balloon. I was nearly there, Joseph. Just fucking forgive me.
I was on the way to the ground.
At this point, Deathstroke's Titans, they kind of break apart because they're kind of like, we want to use the Methuselah to bring back their dead loved ones and everything, and a big battle ensues. And after which the Methuselah, because, I mean, that is a serious plot hole device if I've ever seen it, it gets destroyed. And Deathstroke escapes, and Jericho decides to reform the Titans with Roy Harper.
Oh, Arsenal, correct?
Yes, Arsenal. So, and that is how it ended before it went into the new 52.
Okay.
It ended...
I have one question on that Methuselah machine. Could that conceivably bring back Bruce Wayne's parents, and did anyone tell him about it?
I think he'd be fucking livid.
I think he'd be furious if there was a machine that could have done it.
Nightwing turns up and is like, you're not going to believe my day at work, Bruce. Honestly, we had a machine that brings people back from the dead. We stopped Deathstroke. Jericho was back.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah. Deathstroke.
No, before that.
The Deathstroke thing. Or before they bring people back from the dead.
Yeah. Do you not think that maybe I might have a passing interest in that particular topic?
But sure, we're all alive. All the Robins are here. Sure, Jason even came back. So nobody's dead. We're all grand.
Oh, no one's dead, are they?
Deathstroke wanted... Nobody's dead. Sure, why? Do you have any sort of, like, emotional thing that's happened?
Do you have anything in your past that would make you want someone back? You never mention these things, Bruce.
You're always so closed off. I never know what you're thinking, Bruce. So his powers and abilities of Jericho is, of course, he has possession. So when eye contact is made, Jericho is able to enter another person's body and control their motor function. He has regeneration, which now means that he can regenerate both his eyes after losing them. His abilities are also hand-to-hand combat, which he's very advanced in. He also has weaponry skills, because he's skilled in multiple weapons use, but he never really uses it. Acrobatics. He often flips over enemies before striking them, similar to Nightwing.
Oh, and would they have been together on the Teen Titans team?
They would be, yes.
Ah, fair. That's cool.
And Nightwing would have been the leader at that stage, so Jericho would have just come in, and Nightwing probably would have taught him a thing or two as well. So you get taught by... He's been trained from when he was very young, and then he joins the Teen Titans and gets trained further. So he also has investigation, espionage, he's got stealth, he's got a lot of cool things. Of course, he knows how to fly helicopters. He's just like a cool badass dude.
Yeah.
But he's also got a lot of charisma. Weirdly, in comic books, yeah, Joseph has been able to charm a multitude of women, and they tend to embrace his sincerity and his compassion. He was a massive ladies' man in the comic books.
Fuck, okay, finally a character I can relate to, huh?
But think about, he's good at music, he's a musician, he likes poetry, he's so in touch with his emotions, he's very kind and just caring.
But I thought nice guys finish last, Connor.
No, they finish fast. That's what I've heard.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That turned out a lot dirtier than I thought. He used to also have... I like his weaknesses. In weaknesses in the list, they say mute, because he's a former mute. And underneath, they just have blindness.
Could be a strength.
Tell
Look
that
at
to
Daredevil. Yeah.
Tell that to Daredevil. So, Shaun, that is the end of my report on Jericho.
You know, that's a character I knew nothing about, but it's quite a cool story, and one of the ones that, like, it's somewhat... Look, for all the demons and shit that went on in it, it's somewhat realistic. And it's interesting to see, like, especially at the start of his life, where he was just this kind dude who just wanted to do his art.
Yeah, he just wanted to, and his mother was secretly training him to be a titan.
Again, a character I can relate to.
Yeah, of course. Ian Glenn.
Of course. Oh, Ian Glenn should play Jericho. If they ever make a live action version.
No,
of
he should play Nightwing.
Ian Glenn as Nightwing.
Oh, I mean, it makes the same amount of sense.
Look, you might as well say that Alfred is Nightwing at that point then.
Shaun, do you want to take us out?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Hero or Zero. We will be back on Monday with Movie Mondays, Wednesday with Weird News Wednesday, and on Friday with another episode of Hero or Zero. Thank you to everyone who supports us over on Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. We really, really appreciate the support for the show. Helps us keep going week on week. And everyone who supports us over there is a legend. So if you'd like to join those people, head on over to Patreon. And another way you can support the show, we do have a merch store as well. That's also linked below. If you want to get Heroes for Hire t-shirts or mugs or hats, they're all there. People have been saying that they've received some of them and that they're really soft and comfy. Especially Ireland is freezing at the minute, so to be warmed by the natural light of the Heroes for Hire, I think that would be a wonderful thing to have in a hoodie.
It would warm the cockles of your heart.
Absolutely, and the cockles of other bits of you as well. And and so if you want to have a look at those, they're all linked in the description below. Also, there's our social medias. And other than that, just be sure to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And other than that, I think that's everything, Connor.
I think so. So, I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.